Hello everyone, this is Priyanka Sharma, your maths teacher. In the previous video, we have learned about factors and multiples. Now, in this video, we will continue our topics that are even numbers, odd numbers, prime numbers, divisibility rule for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 and 11. Properties of divisibility rules, sieve of Eratosthenes, twin prime numbers, co-prime numbers, composite numbers and perfect numbers. In the last video, we have discussed about factors. What are factors? Factors are if two or more numbers are multiplied together to get a product, then each of the number is called a factor of the product. Example, 35 is the product of 5 and 7. Hence, 5 and 7 are the factor of 35. Now, what are multiples? The product of two or more number is called a multiple of each of the numbers. Example, 5 multiplies 7, it is equals to 35. So 35 is a multiple of 5 and 7 as well. Now, the characteristics of multiples. Every number is a multiple of itself. Every number has a countless number of multiples, means infinite multiples they are having, and a number that divides a bigger number without leaving a remainder is called a factor of the bigger number, while the bigger number is called the multiple. Now we are moving to the classification of the numbers. Whole numbers are classified on the basis of their factors and multiples. So the first heading is even number. Now what are even numbers? A number is called a even number if it's multiple of 2. And in other words, we can say that a number which is divisible by 2 and generates a remainder of 0 is called an even number. Or in other words, 2 is a factor of every even number, or every even number can be divided by 2. The number 0 and the digits that are multiple of 2 are called even digits. So 0, 2, 4, 6 and 8 are the 5 even digits. Suppose one example we are taking 124. So here in this last digit is 4. So we can say that this number is a even number. Now we are moving to the next number, that is odd number. Now a number is called an odd number if it is not a multiple of 2, or we can say that an odd number is a number which is not divisible by 2. The remainder in the case of an odd number is always 1. So in other words, we can say that 2 is not a factor of an odd number, or no odd number can be divided by 2. So here some examples are given, 2, 3, 5, 7, 9, like this. These are odd numbers. So here one thing you keep it in your mind, that any whole number is either odd or even. An even number must have an even digit in the ones place. An odd number has an odd digit in the ones place. Now we are moving to the next topic, that is prime number. Prime number. A natural number other than 1 is called a prime number if it does not have a factor other than 1 and a number itself. Some prime numbers are 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, 17 and 19. So let us understand more about it. What are prime numbers? Let us take two topics together, prime numbers and composite numbers. because these are connected with each other. Okay, so let us consider a small number 6. So we are considering a small number 6. Now note that this 6 can be written as the product of numbers. I can write 6 as 1 into 6 because 1 into 6 give me a 6. Similarly, I can write same 6 as 2 into 3. Now this same 6 can also be written as 3 into 2, and same 6 can finally also be written as 6 into 1. So now there are 4 ways to write the 6 as a product of two terms, that is a multiple of two numbers. In the first case, two numbers are 1 and 6. In the second case, two numbers are 2 and 3. In the third case, two numbers are 2 and 3 and 2. And in the fourth case, two numbers are 6 and 1. So we have seen that 6 can be written as a product of two numbers. Now these two numbers 1 and 6 are called factors of 6 because when the numbers multiply we get the product. And so we call these numbers that are 1, 2, 3, 4. So each of these numbers are called factor of the number 6. So what do you mean by the factor of a number? Well, factor of a number are those numbers that exactly divide the given numbers. So now if you look at the number 1, if you divide 6 by 1, you will get 6. Similarly, if you divide the number 6 by 2, then you will get the value 3. In the similar manner, if you divide 6 by 3, you will get the answer 2. And finally, when 6 is divided by the 6 itself, you will get the answer 1. And so, we can say that the number 6 can be written as a product of two numbers in this way, and each of these two numbers are called factor of the number 6. So, from this first result we get 1 and 6 are the factor of 6 that we have written here. Similarly, from the second result we get the 2 and 3 are the factor of 6. So we have written these two as well. And then from the result third, 2 and 3 are the factor of 6, but we have already written that 2 and 3 are the factors, so we don't repeat it. And finally 6 and 1 are factor of 6, which is also included here. So if you take the number 6, you get number 1, 2, 3 and 6. So we have now learned about what do we mean by the factor of a number. Now 6 could have been written in these 4 ways, but if you take another number, this time say 7, so now we will take the number 7 in place of 6. And so if I want to write 7 as a product of two numbers, then in which way can I write? Well, note that 7 can be written as 1 into 7 or 7 into 1. But now we are stuck because other than these two ways of writing 7 are as product of two numbers, we cannot find more ways to writing 7 as a product of two numbers. In other words, the factor of 7 are 1 and 7 only. So we can now say that factor of 7 are 1 and 7, and I will write that these are factor of the number 7. And now by this result we can say that the number 7 has only two factors, that the 1 and the 7 only itself. So now we can say that definition of the prime number is any number other than 1. So here note that there is a condition here that a number should not be 1. Okay, 1 is not a prime number according to the definition, whose only factor are 1 and the number itself are called prime number. So what are prime numbers? Well, prime numbers are numbers other than 1 whose only factor, so the word only here is important. So we write whenever we have a number such that that number is other than 1, that is a number not equal to 1, and also in that number only factor of that number are 1 and the number itself. So here we can say that 7 has the factor 1 and 7 itself, then 7 is called a prime number. Therefore, we can say that the number 7 is an example of a prime number. Note that the example that we earlier solved, that 6 could be written as a product of these 4 factors. 6 could be 1 into 6 or 6 into 1 or 2 into 3 or 3 into 2. And so the factor of 6 that we got, we have 1, 2, 3 and 6. And note that because the factor of 6 were more than just these 2 factors, that is 1 and 6, and the number itself, it also add in addition in these 2. It also have a factor 2 and 3, and so this 6 is not a prime number. And if 6 is not a prime number, then it is a composite number. So hence we can say that composite numbers are the numbers which are having extra factor other than 1 and the number itself. Here you can see the definition. Composite numbers. A natural number is called a composite number if it has at least one factor other than 1 and the number itself. Some of the composite numbers are 4, 6, 8, 9, 10, 12, 14, 15, 16. And here one thing is important, that all even numbers other than 2 are composite numbers. 1 is neither a prime number nor a composite number. So I hope now you can understand what are prime number, what are composite number. Now the next topic is sieve of Eratosthenes. So before understanding this, let us first understand the divisibility rule of all the numbers, because it is required to understand this procedure. Okay, so now let us understand the divisibility rule. These rules will help you to determine whether a number is divisible by another number without actually carrying out the division procedure. So let us have a look at different divisibility tests. Divisibility by 2. If a number is even, that is, it ends in 0, 2, 4, 6 or 8, we say that the given number is divisible by 2. Or in other words, we can say that a number is divisible by 2 if its ones digit is 0, 2, 4, 6 or 8. For example, each of the number 10, 22, 54, 116, 3408 is divisible by 2 because their ends place are 0, 2, 4, 6, 8. Now divisibility test by 3. The number is divisible by 3 if the sum of the digit of a number is divisible by 3. So let us see the example. Suppose one number is given 2565. Sum of its digits are 2 plus 5 plus 6 plus 5, and which is equals to 18. Here we know that 18 is divisible by 3. So hence we can say that this whole number will divide by 3. Now the test of divisibility by 4. A number is divisible by 4 if the number formed by its last two digit is divisible by 4. हम सिर्फ ये देखेंगे कि इसके जो लास्ट टू नंबर्स हैं वो 4 से डिवाइडेड हैं या नहीं. सो लेट अस लुक द एग्जांपल. कंसीडर द नंबर 37,964. The number formed by its last two digit is 64, which is divisible by 4. So 37,964 is also will be divisible by 4. Now the 5 number test of divisibility by 5. Any number that ends in either 0 or 5 is divisible by 5. If the last number is 0 or 5, then we can say that this whole number will divide by 5. You can see the example also. Each of the number 70, 135, 5,795, these all are ending by the 0 or 5 digit. So hence all the numbers are divisible by 5. Now the next divisibility rule is test of divisibility by 6. A number is divisible by 6 if it is divisible by 2 and 3 both. Look at the example. Consider the number 132. If its ones place is 2, so we can say that it is divisible by 2. And when we add the all digits, so the sum of its digit will come 1 plus 3 plus 2 equals to 6, and 6 is divisible by 3, so we can say that this number is divisible by 3 also. So therefore this whole number is divisible by 6. Now we are moving to the next divisibility rule, test of divisibility by 7. A number is divisible by 7 if the difference between twice the ones digit and the number formed by the other digit is divisible by 7. So now here look at the example. Consider a number 294. Here 29 minus 4 into 2, because we are making this last digit double, and then we will subtract from the 29. So the answer will come 21. And 21 is divisible by 7, so this whole number will divide by 7. Now let us see the second example. Consider the number 3467. Here we will make this last digit double, so 7 multiply 2 we will write here, and except the last digit what numbers are remain that we will write here. So 346 we will write here. So from 346 we will subtract 14, we will get 332. Now again we will see that this 332 is divisible by 7 or not. So for this we will make the last digit double again. So we will multiply 2 by the 2, and except 2 what numbers are remain? 33 is remain, so that 33 we will write here. And from 33 we will subtract 4, then we will get 29, and 29 is not divisible by 7, so we can say that 332 is not divisible 332, and the final number which we have 3467, this whole number is also not divisible by 7. I hope you are understanding this. Now we are moving to the next divisibility rule, that is test of divisibility by 8. So the number is divisible by 8 if the number formed by its last 3 digit is divisible by 8. हम सिर्फ ये देखेंगे कि लास्ट वाले जो 3 डिजिट्स हैं वो 8 से डिवाइड हो रहे हैं या नहीं. सो टेक द एग्जाम्पल 1. Consider the number 7528. So now we will see the last 3 digit 528. So this 528 is divisible by 8 or not? We will divide this, and it is divisible. So hence we can say that 7528 is divisible by 8. Now we are moving to the next divisibility rule, test of divisibility by 9. Test of divisibility by 9. A number is divisible by 9 if the sum of its digit is divisible by 9. We will add all the digits and then we will see the total is divided by 9 or not. So see the first example. Consider the number. This number is given, and then we will add all the digits separately. So 7 plus 3 plus 7 plus 0 plus 3 plus 1 plus 4. Now we add all the digits, we will get 18. And we know that 18 is divisible by 9. So this whole number will divisible by 9. Now we are moving to the next divisibility rule, test of divisibility by 10. So the number is divisible by 10 if its ones digit is 0. Okay, now if any number ends in 0, then we can say that it is divisible by 10. So each of the number, these 10, 750, 2560 and 9000 is divisible by 10. So because they all are having 0 in their unit place. Now we are moving to the next divisibility rule, that is test of divisibility by 11. A number is divisible by 11 if the difference of the sum of its digit in the odd place and the sum of its digit in the even place is either 0 or divisible by 11. ठीक है, क्या है इसमें, सिर्फ आपको इवन प्लेस पर जो डिजिट हैं उन्हें अलग जोड़ना है, अलग ऐड करना है, और जो ऑड प्लेस पर डिजिट हैं उन्हें अलग प्लेस पर ऐड करना है, और फिर उन दोनों का डिफरेंस आपको फाइंड आउट करना है. इफ़ द डिफरेंस इज 0 और 11 इज कमिंग, then this whole number will divisible by 11. So let us see the example here. Consider the number 79,453. The sum of its digit in the odd places are, so now here you can see odd places are what? Place 1, so here 3 we will write. Now place number 3, 4 is there, so 4 we will write. Now place number 5, 7 is there, so 7 we will write, and then we will add 14 will come. Now we will add the even place digit. So here we will see that in second place 5 is there, so we will write 5, and fourth place 9 is there, so we will write 9, and sixth place is not given, so we will add these two digits 5 and 9, and after adding we will get 14. So now we will find out the difference. Here also 14 is coming, here also 14 is coming. When we will subtract these, we will get 0. So we can say that this whole number will divide by 11. Now see the second example. Consider the number, this 9,38,278. So here we will see the odd digits. We will add 8, 2, 3 because these are coming in place number 1, place number 3 and place number 5. We will add this, we will get 13. Now the sum of even digit is 7 plus 8 plus 9. We will get 24 because 7 is in second place, 8 is in fourth place and 9 is in sixth place. When we will add this, we will get 24 and 13. अब ऐसा नहीं है कि आपने पहले ये ऐड किया तो आपको वही पहले लिखना है और ये बाद में ऐड किया तो वही बाद में लिखना है, ऐसा नहीं है. Which number is bigger, that number we will write first. So now here 24 is bigger, so we will write first here, and 13 is smaller, we will write back side and then subtract. So here we are getting 11, so it means that whole number will divisible by 11. I hope you are understanding this. Children, now it is time for you to remember all the divisibility test and find out the answers. Now what are the divisibility test? In short form we will see divisibility by 2 ending in even number, divisibility by 3 sum of digits divisible by 3, divisibility by 4, last two digit divisible by 4, divisibility by 5, ending in 0 or 5, divisibility by 6, divisible by both 2 and 3, divisibility by 7, difference between twice the one's digit and the number formed by the other digit is divisible by 7, divisibility by 8, last three digits divisible by 8, divisibility by 9, sum of digits divisible by 9, divisibility by 10, ending in 0, divisibility by 11, difference of sum of its digit in odd place and even place is either 0 or divisible by 11. Now we will see the procedure of sieve of Eratosthenes. We know that if any number has exactly two factors, then they are called prime numbers, and if it is having more than two factors, then it is called a composite numbers. So except one which has only one factor, so would be neither prime nor composite. So now 2 onwards all the numbers has two factors for sure. This is 1 and the number itself. So from 2 onwards what we can say that the number would be either prime or composite. But now the question was, how do we find whether a number is a prime number or a composite? Well, this was answered by a Greek mathematician, Eratosthenes. He actually invented a process by which we could find prime numbers, and that process is called sieve of Eratosthenes. So let us try to find the prime numbers from 2 to 100, let's say. So let us say apply the process which is the sieve of Eratosthenes. Here sieve means छन्नी, जैसे कि हम कोई भी चीज़ छानते हैं, चाय छानते हैं या कुछ भी, तो वैसे ही यहाँ पर हम नंबर्स को छानेंगे. नंबर्स को कैसे छानेंगे? डिविजिबिलिटी रूल्स के थ्रू, ठीक है. एंड now we are moving to the procedure to find the prime numbers 2 to 100. So I have not written 1 because we already know that 1 is not a prime number nor a composite, so 1 is removed. Now I am going to find prime numbers. So rather than finding prime numbers, it is easier to find composite numbers. Because we know divisibility rules, what we can do is, if we find a number that has more than two factors, that is any number here would have two factors for sure. If I can find at least one more number that divides a number, then that number become composite. So what I'll do is, I'll keep on removing the composite numbers. That is what the sieve of Eratosthenes says. So that you keep on eliminating composite numbers, and at the end of it you would be left with prime numbers. So we start with number 2. We say that 2 is prime because it has only two factors, 1 and the number itself. Now what we do is, we try to eliminate all the numbers that have 2 as a factor. That is any number which is divisible by 2. These numbers which are divisible by 2, they would have 0, 2, 4, 6, 8 at the ones place. So I'll remove this, all the numbers which are divisible by 2. So they are all composite. Hence we'll remove these from our list. Now these numbers are here I am actually left with. So the next number, which is 3, we can say that 3 is also a prime number. It also has only 2 factors. Now what we do is, I'll again find the number which have 3 as a factor, or you can say the multiple of 3 are the number which are divisible by 3. So these numbers are multiples of 3. Now you can see that some of these numbers like 6, 12, 8, they have already been removed. Okay, so what I'll do is, I'll remove the remaining numbers, that is 9, 15, etc. So remove these numbers, these remaining numbers, all the remaining numbers which has still not removed. I'll remove these numbers from my list. Now, so the next number that you can see is 5, which has 2 factors. So 5 become prime, because except 1 into 5 or 5 into 1, we are not having any other number. So we can say that 5 is a prime number. So 5 is the prime number. These numbers are the multiple of 5, because at one's place 5 and 0 is given. So these numbers have 5 as a factor. So these numbers are composite numbers. So some numbers have already been removed from the list, and remain numbers we will eliminate now from the list. So these are the remain numbers which are uncut. Next what we have, that is 7, because 6 is already removed. Here 7 is a prime number, because except 1 and 7 or 7 and 1, we are not having any other number to show that. So we'll say that 7 is a prime number. And now we'll remove all the multiples of 7, because these are those numbers which are having 7 as a factor. Hence these all are composite numbers. So here 7 is a factor of all these numbers. So apart from 1 and the number itself, they have one more number which is 7. So they are composite numbers, more than 2 factors. So I'll remove these composite numbers. Some of these numbers have already been removed. I'll remove the remaining numbers. Now what I am left with, 8, 9 and 10 already been removed. So the 11 becomes the next prime number. Here 11 and 1, only these two numbers are there which we can represent in a product. So we can say that prime number, so 11 is a prime number. Now let us see all the multiples of 11 and all the numbers in this list. So that can be divided by 11 and have 11 is a factor. I can see all the multiples of 11 have already been removed from my list. So I stop my process here. I can stop here that and what I can say, that all the remaining numbers in the list are all prime. Well, later Eratosthenes actually found out that you can stop this process when this square of this number is greater than the largest number here. Means 11 square is 121, which is 121 greater than 100. The largest number is given. We could not stop at 7 because 7 square is 49, which is not greater than 100. Hence this is a list of all the prime numbers 2 to 100. Now we are moving to the next topic, that is co-prime number. Two natural numbers are called co-prime numbers if they do not have a common factor other than 1. Or in other words, we can say that two natural numbers, it is not necessary that they are prime. Okay, two natural numbers are called co-prime numbers if their highest common factor is 1. Okay, so the examples are these: 4 and 9. Here you can see that 4 is not a prime number and 9 is also not a prime number, but they are co-prime numbers. Okay, 5 and 11, 3 and 8, all these are co-prime numbers. Now one more topic is there, twin prime. It is not given in your book, but then also I will explain you that what are twin prime. If the difference between two prime numbers is 2, then the numbers are called twin prime. Here it is compulsory that both numbers should be prime, but the difference between them is 2. It is compulsory. Here the examples of the twin primes are 3 and 5, 7 and 5, 11 and 13. Like this, many examples can be there. Okay, when you will subtract 5 and 3, you will get 2. 5 and 7, you will get 2. 11 and 13, then also 2 will come. So now the next topic is perfect numbers. A number is called a perfect number if the sum of all its factors except itself is equal to the number. In other words, we can say that in number theory, a perfect number is a positive integer that is equal to the sum of its positive divisors, excluding the number itself. मीन्स जिस नंबर की बात हो रही है उस नंबर के अलावा उसके जितने भी फैक्टर्स हैं, अगर हम उन सारे फैक्टर्स को ऐड करते हैं तो वो नंबर आ जाना चाहिए. Here for example you can see 6. Now all the factors of 6 are 1, 2, 3 and 6. So here except 6, if we are adding all the factors 1, 2 and 3, we will also get 6. So 6 is a perfect number. Similarly 28 is also a perfect number because its factors are 1, 2, 4, 7, 14 and 28. So except 28, if we are adding all the factors, we will get 28. And some more examples of perfect numbers are 496, 8128, etc. Now we are moving to the next topic, properties of divisibility. So property number 1, if a number is divisible by another number, it is divisible by each of the factor of that number. Suppose 24 we are taking and 24 is divisible by 12, then factor of 12 that are 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 12, that also can divide 24. Every number divisible by 9 is divisible by 3 also. Every number is divisible by 8 is divisible by 4 also. Now the next property, if a number is divisible by 2 co-prime numbers, then it is divisible by their product also. For example, the number 60 is divisible by 4 and 5. Then also 4 and 5 are co-prime. So 60 is also divisible by 4 and 5 equals to 20. Means by the 20 we can also divide by 60. Two prime numbers are always co-prime. So a number divisible by two prime numbers is also divisible by their product. Nothing is there to explain. Now we are moving to the next property, property number 3. If two given numbers are divisible by a number, their sum is also divisible by that number. Example, 24 and 32 are divisible by 4. Their sum 24 and 32, which is equals to 56. Then 56 is also divisible by 4. And the second example you can see, 35 and 28 are divisible by 7. Their number, that is 35 and 28, which is equals to 63, is also divisible by 7. Okay. Now the next property, property number 4. If two given numbers are divisible by a number, then their difference is also divisible by number. So here 24 and 9, two number we are taking, and if these two numbers are divisible by 3 and we are subtracting 24 and 9, then difference is coming 15, then 15 will also divisible by 3. Okay, so these are very simple easy properties were there, you can learn. Now we are going to finish up this video by the remember points. So the important points are here of this chapter, that a number that divides a bigger number exactly is a factor of the bigger number, while the bigger number is a multiple of the first number. Number 2, the multiple of a number are obtained by multiplying it by 1, 2, 3, etc. Number 3, a number is called a prime number if it does not have a factor other than 1 and itself. Number 4, two numbers are called co-prime numbers if they do not have common factor other than 1. Number 5, if a number has at least one factor other than 1 and itself is called a composite number. And one more number I am adding here, that if two prime numbers having difference 2, that is known as twin prime number. I hope you must have enjoyed the video. See you in the next video. Till then, keep learning, stay safe, bye bye.